on to Four Sticks by Zepp. This song's got 2 time signatures, and I found out it was named Four Sticks because John Bonham used 4 sticks to play it, so it's pretty cool. But it's in 6/8 and 5/4 time. So if you're a real counter, that might matter to you. I just kind of go with the feel. That I've always been that way because I'm not really a tutored student. So with that said, there's really 3 main parts to this. There's only one recorded version of this in Denmark. I think it was 71, just before the album came. And I will upload that song so you can have it. Paige does a little different intro that I did kind of figure out. I'll show you that. If you want to play along with the live version, it's much faster, but it's done very well. Plant's singing sounds great. So with that said, we're in standard tuning. My notes will be available below for the actual recorded version. All right, for the intro, we're going to do this 4 times. I'll talk about verse 1 and verse 2 are different, so I'll talk about that also, but the lick in the intro is done 4 times before you go into the A and then G. All right, so the actual lick is we want to be on the 5th string, 4th fret, move up to 5, and then 7. Then we're going to come down and catch the actual 5th fret of the 4th string, bending that up while hitting the open 3rd. The key to this is hitting the open E with that 4, 5, 7 on the 5th string. Alright, so we've done it 4 times. We're going to come in with the 4, 5 and the 6th string, 4th and 5th fret, and then we come into an A with a down and up. And then hit a G and slide down, power chord. Alright, so all together we'll do 1 time, well let's do 4 when we hit the 5 and stretch it up and catch the G string. That'll be 1. We're going to do 4 of those before we go into the A and G. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, every time they stop and do the A to G chord, they will come back and answer it with 2 more times. Every time. So, including the intro. So the intro we did 4, now we're going to do 2 more. Okay, so that's the intro. 4 times and then 2, both with the A to G power chord. For verse 1, he does that 10 times before hitting the A to G. Again, I've written this out. It'll be much easier to follow. They'll do that, okay, because they've done it 10 times and come to the AG. We're going to do the shortened version. All right, now another 10 times with our A to G and then the shortened version. Then we're into the octave riff, all right? I want to speak a minute to the tone. I'm using the middle pickup, which seems to fit really well, and my amp is not really distorted. Just a little bit, and if I hit it harder, of course it will be. But it's just not really distorted, but it's a heavy song. It's one of Paige's, lights and shades. So now we're to that chorus part. What I do is go up from the middle position to my rhythm position, which I have at about 7.5. And again, this is just not real distorted. So we're going to go from A to G, and then A up to B and C sharp. Alright, so you can hit the open strings with this, it's fine, but your octave is A, down to G, back up to A, then B, then you're going to hit B again and slide to C. And you really want those open strings at that point. So we have this so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so with that said, the actual strumming is a down and then down, up, down. Okay, so that's the strumming part. So that's the first measure. The second measure, we're going to go down before we go up. So we're going to go from an A octave to a B octave, down to G, and then an F sharp, and then an E. Alright, so this E will have all the open strings ringing. Alright, so it'll sound like this. Both together. So that repeats for actually two measures of each. A, G, and up the fretboard, and then A, B, and down. Okay. After the second verse, we're into chorus 2. Chorus 2 is just extended, they double it. This interlude, it's really 2 measures long that repeats to 4 measures. So the first 2 measures just repeat themselves. You can kind of hit the open A with this. It's there, and you know, I wouldn't worry about it. I wrote it out as such, but you know, it's kind of like just play through this. Now I'm down to my treble pickup because I want a little more oomph in the guitar to stand out. So again, that will repeat. So let me just talk again. You can hit the open A string with this. I'm going to talk to the 4th and 3rd string. We're going to will be 5 and 4 to 4 and 2 to 2 and open back to 4 and 2, 5 and 4. Move that up a step, will be 7 and 6, and then move it up another step to 9 and 7, I'm sorry, 9 and 8. Then come up another step, but this time your first finger will move half a step. So we'll be at 11 and 9, and then move that whole thing up a step. We'll be at 13 and 11. And you can hit the open strings with this. So what we have so far, I'm just going to play the double stops on the 4th and 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so the first little half of that will repeat. We're going to go up to the open 2, back to the 4, 2, and then 4, 5. Then we go up to the 7 and 6, back to the 5, 4. And then we jump to 13 and 9. Alright, that's our final note because we jumped back. So the full interlude first two measures, which again repeat, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will repeat, and then we go into the outro. The outro is basically the exact same 8 count to start out with of the lick. Alright, and then we go into our chord. We will do this one time, the shortened version. And the rest of the outro is just the lick. And they continue that until they're done. It just fades out. So I really hope that helps everybody. The live version, this is what I figured out what Page is doing. You'll hear him kind of hitting an E. And then he goes to this. We're going to start out an E power chord with the 6-string ring in. So it's a down and then an up, down, up. And then we go to a C and D, then that down, up, down on the E. And then we go up to a G, back to an F sharp. Repeats, and it does it about, I don't know, 12 times. The last time he does it, he will go up from the C to D and then come into our A chord. And go into the lick, and then they go into the verses and so forth. So it's just something to play around with if you're jamming with the live recording. Of course, it's sped up quite a bit from the actual recording, so, you know, get it under your fingers before you really jam along with that. But I hope that helps everybody. It's my pleasure and my privilege to help you play these favorite songs, so enjoy.